So guys, we just got some major drama inside of the Ghost of Tabor Discord. So there was a post about around, I want to say 9 a.m. today. I don't have the screenshots of it, but I do have the screenshots of most of the stuff that is going around. Scott posted saying that John was dead. This person named John Smith. I'm guessing he was a Combat Waffle Studios supporter or content creator or something of that regard. But anyways, let me go ahead and read this paragraph that he posted at 9:20 p.m. Greetings, folks. You may have noticed that there's been some talk going around that John passed away, aka here. He said that he is here to say that this is simply not true. Now, again, I think this was posted by Scott himself, but John has been inactive because he needed a break from the stress of running a server. He made a dumb assumption that it would be funny to do a joke that he died, which is honestly not really funny if I'm being honest with you. This obviously took a turn for the worse. Rumors spread like wildfire, saying that what started as a joke went further into more of kind of an explosion, if I'm being honest. He would like to formally apologize to everyone affected in this situation, and he said things that is asked by other people is irresponsible for not fitting and someone's trusted help in running a server. He would also like to state that John's idea was whoever was onto this prank is at poor taste and went a little bit too far and is inhumane. I'm not going to read all of this because it is kind of long, but honestly you can read it right here on screen. But honestly, John or whoever you are, dude, that's a really up prank. I don't know if you started this or somebody else started this, but again, I don't know who posted this. At the time that I did check this, I was in class, but once I got the notification, I was like, oh my god, is this real? But I wasn't really too worried about it because I was more focused on my work. But anyways, we have more screenshots. So Scott replied and got 15 upvotes from this, saying your admin is a dumb f. I don't know what this means, but then it just kind of got more out of hand. Scott basically said, keep this dumb shit out of my community. Literally f him and f anyone who supports his actions. Now, mind you, I don't know what happened. I don't know what's going on, but apparently this is about someone making a joke that this guy, John Smith, has died. So honestly, this is a really f***ed up joke, if I'm being honest. I don't know who posted this. I'm not in support of this. I'm just covering this here today for you guys. He is aware of the situation. John said, I am aware and he will be taken care of. I am legitimately very, very sorry about this crap, and I will get off the grid late this afternoon. A lot of people was a little bit confused and saying that there was a war going on and saying that this Mr. Sir person can go f himself in the ass and he's a bitch and all this other crazy nonsense. But John Smith later said at 9:23 p.m. that Mr. Sir has left the server. So honestly, we don't know what's really going on. A lot of people were still saying f this guy, that John is alive and safe and stuff like that. And we don't know who honestly said or even started this whole entire thing. Scott later replied to somebody saying that he is banned. And honestly, I think that's when we kind of got confirmation that this Mr. Sir person or somebody else is banned at the current time. So then around at 9:41, just about that time, about 9:41, we got another message from Raven saying, okay, Kraken or Karen timed me out in John's joint. I'm guessing John had a server because he was apparently shitting all over them. I don't know what that means. I don't have access to the server. I tried getting in contact with this Kraken person to get more information about the incident, but honestly, I couldn't at the time of making this video. But also Scott replied saying that they are banning and muting anyone from Combat Waffle Studios or anyone that is upset at the time. And then Uno Reverse Card said that Karen or Kraken and Sir are wasted time devs, and something about Scott needs to go take a vacation. He doesn't need to be here. People are just basically feeling bad for Scott that he has to honestly deal with this and that this is honestly going on. And then also John Smith also replied back saying just the overly vocal ones who are trying to stir stuff up. And then basically somebody also said, Scott, have my children. I don't know what that means, but Raven also replied, don't pinging him, because honestly that is kind of a weird thing to honestly say, especially in this situation. So then again, around at 10 p.m. at the current time, Scott said that someone on staff told him that he could record one of them, and if he wanted to, he could, but the person didn't know apparently. So basically, kind of the gist of it is that I'm guessing these guys were in a VC or in a Discord lobby, basically chatting it up, and Scott was recording the whole thing. And I'm guessing someone on his staff or the person in the other server basically told that Scott was getting recorded, and I'm guessing Scott got banned. JB then also replied, another content creator, basically saying, honestly, that joke is f***ed up. The tears he cried for nothing, and he just feels so stupid. And then also Scott did reply back to him saying, don't feel bad. Some dumb 16-year-old who has no friends wanted to play the game. The other idiots wanted to defend him. F all of them. Now, there is a lot of strong words being thrown around here. Again, I do not know what's fully going on. I'm not involved in this situation at any. So Scott or any Combat Waffle Studios devs, I'm just here to cover this stuff, okay? Don't get mad at me. But anyways, John Smith then replied saying mean ... which made no sense to me, because if John had nothing to do with it, why would he say Scott is being mean for saying this? And then around at 10:02, John replied back to Scott saying it's honestly, and then John replied saying, I had no part of this, why fuck me? And basically Scott did reply saying, you support it and the people acting like it is okay and just a joke. If not, then you aren't a part of it, then who am I saying f you to? Basically, kind of what the situation is kind of revolving around is that John is feeling like he's the one being attacked when Scott is trying to say, when Scott is trying to say, why do you feel like you're being attacked if you aren't a part of this situation, which kind of sounds a little bit sus to me. So we kind of have majority of the story kind of covered. There's a 16-year-old kid that said that John Smith died, and basically that it's spreading like wildfire, and basically a whole bunch of stuff is getting thrown out of the window, saying that some people were involved, saying that some people weren't involved. But then we also have a reply from John replying back to Scott saying at 10:03 saying, not true, I do not support whoever I was explaining the mass ping wasn't necessary because I have my own ways in handling things. Just please don't throw hate at me or my server due to his actions, which makes a lot of sense, because honestly, when I got this ping, I was really confused, and a lot of people also were in the server was really confused. Basically, people were making memorial videos of him saying they're sorry and pinging and putting these sad reactions and stuff like that, because we honestly thought we really lost somebody in the Ghost of Tabor content creation community, which is really, really, really sad. Scott then also replied back to him at 10:04 saying his actions and then all of his mods' actions are ridiculous. I'm guessing that something else happened behind the scenes that I'm not aware of. And then at this point, kind of a lot of people were basically just telling Scott to kind of lay off, to kind of chillax. It's honestly no point. And Scott just kind of said good night, and that was kind of the end of it. Most people just kind of signed off, in that it was kind of, I guess to say, over. People were replying back to Scott saying good night, Scott, and stuff like that. And basically this whole gist of it kind of started with a whole bunch of kids, I'm guessing, that just wanted to stir some stuff up, just wanted to cause some drama in the Ghost of Tabor community. And honestly, it is honestly really sad that this has happened, but there is a bit more. I do have screenshots from Karen himself and also Scott replying from Karen. So let me go ahead and read that for you guys as well. So around 7:13 p.m. I don't know what time zone this is because it is a taken screenshot that I got from somebody else in the server. Scott said, replying to Mr. Sir, literally f you, f everybody about your life. Legit, I hope someone shits on you in public to show the world how much of a stain on the adult diaper life you are. Now, I don't know what this basically means, but basically Scott was just, I'm guessing, angry in the situation. And honestly, he has the full right to be, because that is really messed up, saying something about somebody else's death or lying about somebody else's death or claiming death on somebody as a joke. That is, let alone, really, really sad. But then Karen also replied back to him saying, go fuck yourself, Scott. He kind of misspelled his name, but he said, go fuck yourself, Scotter. You're a piece of shit. It's literally was a up joke, but a joke nonetheless. But honestly, dude, I don't know who you are, but honestly, bro, it's not a joke to go around and saying something like, oh, somebody died and stuff like that. And John Smith, as you can see, has the content creator role. So honestly, it is honestly really, really, really bad to go around and lie about somebody's death, especially who has this big of an impact on the community nonetheless. But then there's more. I have this screenshot here. I'm guessing it was from a different server. But Karen was replying to JB saying, I feel what Scott said was harsh. And then Karen replied, or Kraken replied, I'm gonna just say Karen because he honestly seems like a Karen, honestly. Karen O2 replied, Scott is a douche in general. Duck on Quacky said, I thought CEOs of big companies were supposed to be professional regardless of the situation. Sorry for my stutter, but that's basically what he said. I mean, I understand it, but at this point, you've lied on somebody's death and then you're going around saying, oh, F Scott, F the Combat Waffle Studios, etc., etc. So honestly, I feel like he has the right to actually say what he is saying because he is very angry in this point because you guys have kind of messed with him, lied, and tried to spread rumors across the server as well, and tried to ban or get us banned from these different servers. And then JB replied, it is extremely hard to just throw away a friend you've known for years. And then Detective Man replied back to JB. He said, I would agree, but the same Mr. Sir could have avoided it if he knew the consequences. Karen replied back, well, he didn't reply, but he said, I got banned from GTO because I'm a mod here. I don't get why you're banned from GTO because you're a mod here. I honestly think you got banned just because the way you handled the situation. Number one, you lied on somebody's death, and also number three, that you're just handling this all wrong. You're going at Combat Waffle Studios, you're going at the members of Combat Waffle, and you're also going at the community in general. And then also we have another screenshot here with Karen saying, I'm gonna say this now. Any Combat Waffle Studios suckers will immediately relieved of a bunch of the server's memberships. Kindly forever hold your peace. So I honestly, Scott immediately replied back to this and said, is already banned from here, so it doesn't really matter. And a bunch of people put W's, which I fully respect. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. It was kind of a long one. It's a bunch of drama. If somebody could fully explain what's going on down in the comments, I'd really love for you guys to know. And honestly, tell me guys what you guys think about this whole situation here. Do you guys agree with Scott? Do you guys agree with this Karen person? And honestly, if you guys agree with this Karen person, unsubscribe from my channel right the hell now, because I do not support you at all for faking somebody's death. But also, let me just end it off with this video right here.
You goddamn stupid fucking kid!
Hope you guys have a nice day or night wherever you are. Peace.